What up, my people? You know
Go
what it
ahead, bro.
is. This is Hip Hop IQ. So you know what that means. We listen to a little bit of everything coming out of the Midwest, from the north to the south to the east to the west, and even some shit up in Canada. Today, you know what it is. It's pre-election day. Hope y'all are going out to vote and go out to vote for a reason. Uh, Other than that, we're gonna jump right into it. Hip Hop IQ. What's happening, man?
Yes, sir. What you been listening to, bro?
Man, I jumped on that
Shit.
Buster
What you been
Rhymes.
listening to?
I jumped on that Buster Rhymes. I checked that out. Um, and I checked that Common Drop one. I checked that out. It's hella revolutionary right now for the older cats in the rap game. And I mean we can understand,
Mm.
but I just kind of feel like the hip hop industry, it's a multi-billion-dollar business. So do something with your
Mm-hmm.
platform other than the song and dance. You know what I mean? Like we got to do something. We got to do something else with that platform. Um, we got like hip hop has built wealth in our community. So like instead of making the albums and stream, which is cool, I think we should go a different route by building wealth in the community.
Say that again, bro.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Hold on. Something's going on. All right, my
Yeah.
bad.
Nah, it's all good. It's I the platform is there now. The platform is there within the industry, and with everybody coming out with the on the whole revolutionary type. What up, Alan Wayne? Everybody
What's
coming
up,
out with the
man?
revolutionary type albums. Um,
Hmm.
I'm tired, bro. Like it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I don't want nobody to take me the wrong way, but we got to start building with our wealth. And the revolutionary albums, man, I get halfway through them, and I'm like, man, I heard this before. Like like where the action,
Hmm.
and it's like that. It's like that every time I listen to it, man. I'm just like, where's the action? Who's putting together plan in their community? The big artists who's putting together the plan in their community to buy the land and put shopping centers and create jobs and building programs and all that type of shit, man. Like, I can listen all day, but once you put out an album like that, you got to back it by something. Like you got to stand on something. So that's where I'm
Hmm.
at on the whole fight the power revolutionary albums is dropping.
You
I
were
got
you
I got a
referring to Common's album, right?
comment, and yeah, Buster was on it. But as
Hmm.
far as what I didn't get through the whole Buster album, but as far as what I heard, that's what they on.
Okay. So I want to touch on that real quick because I got a call about you Sunday.
Hmm.
One of the homies called and said, "Man, what's up with Jason? Man, Jason
Yeah.
ain't fucking with the Buster Rhymes." And I had to break it down to him like Jason got an acquired taste. You know what I'm saying? I said for one, he don't like no Bay Area music, so that's one thing.
I'm
Um,
getting there.
and then I even told him what you said about the Burner album, whatever. But I said I could probably see why he don't like it because the album is cool to me,
Hmm.
but I don't think it's album of the year. Like everybody was like super, super hyping it up. It's dope, but it's not like. And that's what I told dude. I said, to be honest with you, bro, I said I can see why a lot of people or certain people don't fuck with Busta Rhymes. I said because I kind of put him in that same category as I put. Now, don't take this wrong because he's better than all these people, but I put him in that Ludacris, Redman, Eminem. I put him kind of in that group, but he raps better than all of them to me. Even Eminem, if we gonna go there, but I was never a fan of that type of rap. If I'm gonna listen to that type of rap, the only person I really want to hear do that is Redman. You know what I'm saying? Other than
Yeah,
that, I'm cool. But
yeah,
that's just
yeah,
me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
feel that
feel you.
it's kind of excitable music. You know what I'm saying? It's animated.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Hmm.
them was intelligent people, but they kind of put out I don't want to get piss anybody off, but it's something kind of
Please do.
bubblegummy about it. You know what I'm saying? Some
Mm-hmm.
kind of bubblegummy about it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You can you can dress up in costume to a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's
Yeah.
cool. You know what I'm saying? But it's not everybody's thing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got an ear for it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I can definitely see. I think that album was album of the year to some Busta Rhymes fans. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
fresh taste of Busta Rhymes for the Busta Rhymes connoisseur, and you
Mm-hmm.
know such likes. I think the Ludacris was a good comparison, bro. You know what I'm saying? Those two. You know what I'm saying? Whatever Ludacris is, Busta Rhymes kind of started that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Well,
I said, Busta Rhymes, Redman, Eminem, they all kind of fall in that category to me. Out of all
and
of
then
them,
it's like
I'd rather
this,
listen to Redman.
and then it's like this to me, right? Like if you this is the only thing I'm saying, bro. If you gonna drop those type of albums, stand on what you're talking about. If you're gonna drop
Hmm.
those type of albums, go kind of left field with the whole revolutionary thing, stand stand on that in the public eye too. Make change in the public eye too. Don't just do that shit to sell albums because
You
it's
want to
it's
see some
way
action.
yeah because it's way more serious than that. Like
Hmm.
you putting this music out here and you touching souls, but when it's time to come on the front line and build a plan, where you at? So
Hmm.
don't play with it. That's why when bros just said it's kind of bubble gummy, I felt that. Hey, that's what it is to me. Like if you don't stand on that, then that's what it is. It's comical to me.
Hmm.
It's just straight comical. Or either you just going with what's going on in the world, you going with the fad right now. 6 months, a year
Hmm.
later down the line, you ain't putting in that same work. You ain't putting in that same effort.
Right. No, I feel that. Don't nobody want to, and that's why they was going so hard on Kendrick and J. Cole when all the protesting and shit started.
Hmm.
Because, bro, this all y'all talk about. So, but it's kind of a catch-22 because the fans was coming at them like this all y'all talk about, but y'all ain't out there protesting, y'all ain't on the front line. I get that, but at the same time, shit, bro, do we want them on the front lines? We just lost Nip. You know what I
Well,
mean? Like,
well, that's the thing, bro. Like in the military, you got Marines. They go out on the front line. But then
mhm,
you got other branches of the military. Some people sit in the office and do the book work.
mhm,
They can sit in the office and do the book work. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I'm not going out there and protesting. I'm not going out there, but I help come up with a plan to see some type of change going to
plus you
get
could
some.
protest with your art. You
You
know
can
what I
you
mean?
can you can you
Yeah.
can you can throw a lot of grenades out there. You can throw a lot of bullets out there, but
Mhm,
you
you
gotta
know
make
what
change. You
though?
gotta make that shit come back.
To me, like a lot of the backlash that like Kendrick and Cole got, uh, sidebar, if it sounds like I might be painting Kendrick with a little bit of a better brush. I'm not trying to paint either one of them any kind of way. I just kind of like Kendrick. Ice in my eyes is a way better artist, but to me, what he does is when I listen to Kendrick Lamar's music, I never feel like I'm listening to some real revolutionary person or even some kind of deep thinker. I was thinking of somebody who's from the projects, from the hood or wherever he's from. He could paint a picture of it and sit you right there. You know what I'm saying? Now, well, I guess it doesn't seem like he's trying to teach nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it ain't
now,
preachy.
Right now, a lot of, and I don't listen to a lot of Kendrick Cole's, J. Cole's music. It just kind of bores me sometimes. But he kind of has this aura about it, and it's not good or bad. But it's like he's trying to teach, trying to enlighten the people or something like that. So I think that's where they're looking for him, like to more so say something. You know what I'm saying? And where maybe he didn't, maybe he did, I'm not sure. But as far as artists not getting on a platform and saying, now I feel you, Jay, like when you say if you're gonna make your albums about it, and like you got this perspective and you give your opinion on it, and it's really happening, and you rapping behind the mic, it's almost like being a fake gangster. You know what I'm saying? But when that's not what you're doing, if you're just that, if you're just a big brain, you know what I'm saying, and then, but you're not a politician. And you're not a revolutionary, you're not Tupac, you know what I'm saying, by you know what I'm saying, by design. Then I kind of like it when they stay in their lane. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when shit get all fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Because people do look up to you. People do look to you. And if you ain't got shit to say, and then you go say something, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna mislead people or you're gonna look like a fool. You know what I'm saying? So you know, they like rappers rap. You know what I mean? So I kind of wish that rappers would just rap on their albums too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think like Jay, like it would be a breath of fresh air during this time frame if somebody was to not talk about that almost. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the elephant in the room. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like going to the movies right now. What if the movie theater opened up right now? Like, bam, fuck the COVID. Anybody who feels comfortable, let's go. And all the movies that you went to go see was about Black Lives Matter or the election. That would be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, kind of move on. Like, be about it or move on. You know what I'm saying? We'd rather hear something else.
Right.
I agree.
Straight up.
I agree with Jason too. Like, well, I mean, Alan, my bad. I agree with you, Alan. Like, Kendrick is just a different fucking animal, bro. I'm gonna just put it out there. Like, Kendrick just different. Like, he could make a song about that shit and it could be a hit and it don't sound preachy. You know what I mean? Or he could make a song about some love shit and it don't sound like some watered down ass R&B shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that whole last album, that damn album, that was an album full of fucking hits. But they wasn't songs that you typically hear on the radio. He just know how to mix that shit up, like to where it don't sound whack. You know what I mean?
He remind me of somebody who just don't listen to much of other music. He don't seem very influenced, and he doesn't seem like he forces nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, yeah, that's what make him. That's what make him an elite artist. Because he came out, he don't sound like nobody. It's authentic. So you know, and he rap his ass off. So it's
to me,
authentic music.
You know, I'm glad that he's gotten the public love that he's gotten, because in my eyes, and I don't even get this because people come at me and then I kind of sound like I contradict myself. I feel like he hasn't been able to get that first album. I think that first album to me did something that was like almost in the lane of I ain't gonna say it's in the lane of Nas, because Nas never followed up in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? But he put out one album out there that's like everything else is gonna be number two to me. I'm glad that I don't think that that's the popular consensus. I don't think that many people agree with me there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm glad about, because I feel like if that was the case, then people would be, you know what I'm saying, missing a good point.
Yeah.
You talking about?
I just feel like he's the good kid, Bad City or Mad City or whatever. I just feel like he hit a bullseye. I don't know if it was timing or was, you know what I'm saying, taste. It was something about that particular project that is hit different than everything else he's done. You know what I'm saying? But there's definitely been a growth there. You know,
it is.
That album is different. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of the albums I still go back to this day.
But
Still
damn,
Right,
but
yeah.
damn is the shit to me too. Like them two are 1 and 2 for me. Like maybe I need to
yeah.
go back and listen to Pimp a Butterfly a lot more. But a lot of real Kendrick fans say that that's their favorite album, if not Good Kid, Mad City,
Right.
and it didn't hit me like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's one of them one things. Like when you got those fans who stick with you, or who I don't know how to put it. I think that it was probably a more mature album. I think he probably
Yeah,
did way more artistically inclined things on that album than he
he
might have
did.
on the first one. It wasn't as raw, but that's like, you know what I'm saying? As compared to the hometown. You know what I'm saying? It's like to some people, nothing's gonna hit like, the Mitch Bades. You know what I'm saying? Even though like you listen to like Absolute Power and Beyond, some of them albums he does Tech does some shit like what the fuck that he
Hmm.
didn't have the range to do back in the Calm Before the Storm. But what
Hmm.
does that taste like to us? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's kind of
Hmm.
one of those things. That's what's the beautiful. That's the
Hmm.
beauty
And
of the
Kendrick,
home. You know what I'm
Kendrick
saying?
dropped what? Kendrick dropped every two, like every
man.
2 years.
Kendrick damn near drop every 4. It seemed like
Yeah,
3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I think it was 3 years ago. You know what
it
I'm
was
saying?
3.
I think so. I'm about to look. I think that was 2017, bro.
Yeah, the
You know
And
what
niggas
I'm
work
saying?
they
and yeah, and then before that, I think it was 15. So
Hmm.
damn, I mean, where he at? He take a break. You with
Man, I
what?
think he be.
Wendy?
I think he be on that trying to stay low to keep that mystique shit, and he be working like seem like he's a perfectionist. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
yeah.
So yeah, damn was 2017. Good Kid. So it's been every 3 or 2. Good Kid, Mad
Hmm.
City was 2012. To Pimp a Butterfly was 2015, and Damn was 2017.
Mm.
Yeah. And
That's a
that's
long time in between albums.
well for the time for the time, but I appreciate it though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
a niggas drop every 6 months, niggas drop every 3 months. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
almost like that's mixtape shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not that it's bad, but when people were doing that back in the day, you know what I'm saying? We rewinded to the earlier 2000s, people were putting together mixtape. Well, none of these beats necessarily jacked or nothing, but they were mixtape because they were just a conglomerate of music while they were working on something more major.
Right.
Now, some of these people's albums, from mainstream and, what I'm saying, trickle down,
Hmm.
they could have called those mixtapes in 2011. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
motherfuckers are putting out more projects and calling them albums. You know what I'm saying? Then
And they only
it's a
they only calling them albums because of the way that it is now. You know what I'm saying? Ain't really no
yes,
more mixtape type shit.
right.
So.
Yeah, people even say that almost nostalgically now. But
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
but
They
yeah,
still drop. They drop mixtapes, but it's not a big thing like it
yeah.
was.
Kendrick and
Mm-hmm.
them, they like you know what I'm saying? They like Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior and them, man. They come on WrestleMania. You ain't gonna
Yeah.
see them until it's the main event whenever they decide to introduce. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You ain't gonna be on Raw and just on during the week. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Gotta catch them on the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
I
but you
got a
don't
couple
even.
questions for y'all.
Yep.
Uh, Somebody called me earlier and asked me to ask this on the show. Uh, do y'all feel like R&B is a part of hip hop now?
Yeah, I do. Because I like a lot of the new age rappers, they they
They do
carry it
both.
into their music. Yeah, they carry it into their music. They do a little bit of both. The auto tune change the game with that. And yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it's
R&B
it's
always
it's creative.
you might got more guys trying to be melodic nowadays, but as far as R&B goes, leaking into rap, you know what I'm saying? As far as on the mainstay, you kind of got to tip your head to Puffy, and even before that, you know what I'm saying? Andre Harrell or whatever, the Uptown influence on
Yeah.
what became Bad Boy. because everything was R&B with a splash of hip hop mixed. You know what I'm saying? Which was kind of sort of, if you ask me, the question should have been, is R&B still alive? People keep on talking about hip hop being dead, man. You got to dig for like the Kims and the few and far betweens to find somebody doing just real traditional R&B. Like the rappers want to sing and make a bunch of love songs. You know what I'm saying? Even if the love songs are dedicated to drugs, and the R&B dudes, them niggas want to be rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Tatted up, guns. You know what I'm saying? Bloods. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like I like my shit to be in lanes. I like my rap music to be a bit of sophisticated ignorance, and my love songs to be lovey dovey. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I got a perfect example for you, because it is kind of like that. Now there is some R&B out there, but if you ain't no R&B head, you ain't gonna know. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I really don't really fuck with R&B at all, to be honest with you.
It's just so hardcore now. It ain't that I'm gonna just ride to it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what's being pushed to the front. But like I'm saying, there's the Snow Allegras out there. There's the Janae Aiko's.
That's why I said him and even like there's a couple, even the ones that are mainstream don't get the play like they would have back in. And ain't no more. Even I was gonna say like 112s and Jagged Edges, but even them niggas they had a rapper swag first. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know where to go. There's no more Brian McKnight's just dropping around. Back in the day, you would hear just as much Pocket and Brian McKnight at the same time on your 103s or whatever people listen
Tank,
to now.
Genuine, Tyrese.
Right. Now, if you hear like a song by Chris Brown or somebody, you know what I'm saying, break down the lyrics, then we can rap those. You know what I'm saying?
Or it got a rapper on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just did a whole album with Young Thug. You know what I mean? So.
Trigger, you know what I'm saying? The R&B niggas got rapper nicknames and shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody too
right. Who just dropped? Oh, that's what. So what do y'all? That's what I was gonna ask. How do y'all feel about Ty Dolla $ign then?
I think he's Nate Dogg. You know what I'm saying? He's a hip hop croner, but he's even a lot of people talk about how he has real, you know what I'm saying, balladeer chops, but he don't express that. You know what I'm saying? You can rap over all that shit.
Have you listened to any of his albums?
I haven't pushed play through many of them. I ain't gonna even front like I have, but from what you know what I'm saying, what he's known for, his staple, you know what I'm saying. But I have seen online here, especially recently, people talking about him having balladeer chops. That's why I say that. Like a lot of people say that about, and I have heard like Trey Songz. If Trey Songz wanted to put out a Luther Vandross style album, he could. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he might have that song on each album, but that's almost like a novelty song. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that that's what Ty Dolla $ign is doing. That's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Anytime when you think Ty Dolla $ign, I'm thinking the dude with the buttery hooks.
But
you know what I'm saying? The rap song.
It goes back to what we was talking about last week. Hip hop is so influential and such the biggest thing moving right now that the R&B cats want they shit to sound like hip hop because that's what's popping. You know what I mean? Like you said, R&B ain't popping like that. So
that's where the money is.
Yeah, that was really my point. You know what I'm saying? So people, I remember even back when that people first started saying like hip hop is dead. Nas put that out. That was dope. I love that conversation piece when that started. Time like the R&B is what's dead. Hip hop is alive and infectious. You know what I'm saying? And everything.
Yeah. Bigger than ever, bro.
It's always gonna be a lane for both genres, you know. But R&B need to better itself. You know what I mean? Like it's going through that era of change. Hip hop went through an era of change. You know, or transition. Good word. But hip hop transition. You know what I mean? Remember the Looney Tunes, the bubblegum rap, Laffy Taffy shit? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? We
snap
had to
era, the
transition. Yeah,
ringtone rap,
we
all
had
that
to
shit.
transition up out of that. Now R&B is going to have to transition up out of that. You know,
if it wants to
all
stay
I
in the
want to do is
mainstream
hit it. You know
conversation.
what I mean? It's gotta be a song. You know what I mean? Like it's they got to get back to making good songs. You know,
They need
Yeah.
a way.
it's music and then it's good songs.
They need a whole wave. Like, you know what I'm saying? They need what happened with that neo soul movement that happened like in the late 90s when the Erica
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Badu
Jill
and the
Scott.
music. So yeah, all that when that happened, they need that to happen again. Otherwise, what's gonna happen is there'll always be an R&B, just like there'll always be jazz. You know what I'm saying? There's a jazz
Mhm.
category, but there's contemporary jazz stations, but it's a different thing. If they want to stay in pop conversations, and that's up to them. Maybe they don't want to. You know what I'm saying? But if they want to stay, you know what I'm saying, at the top of the melting pot or wherever, however you want to look at it, then they need to band together and say, enough is enough. We need to be singers and not rappers. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's going to have to do it. It's going to take a
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
clique of like-minded people to save R&B because the shit's dead.
Save R&B.
You know what I'm saying?
Who do
And I
y'all
can't do
think? Who do y'all think has been the most consistent rapper in the last 10 years, as far as albums, guest features?
In the last 10,
Yeah, and I'll just off the top of my head, I'm gonna say Rick Ross.
Man, you know what? Because he never let his foot off the gas. I was gonna say even with the weird little situation that happened with Baby when Wayne wasn't putting out music, his track work that he
Mm-hmm.
put in, which was within the last 10 years span, like it's gonna be hard to top that. But you know, if we're not talking about numbers, we're just talking about consistent relevancy. Man, Rick Ross is probably a sleeper pick that a lot of people are gonna not say until they hear somebody
That's
else saying it.
about
Like, well,
that's a good one. That's a good one because he's on somebody's album. Even
Yeah,
if
he
he
on
don't
Busta
put
Rhymes
shit out.
album.
Yeah, he's
he
on
on everything.
somebody's
Yeah,
album. He was just on T.I. album. Yeah,
yeah.
He on
Rick
Benny
Ross.
album, I think.
Rick
Yeah,
fucking Ross.
I didn't even mean to. I was gonna think of my own, but I can't disagree with that, dog. He trumps the Wayne card. I was
I
gonna say.
couldn't
Yeah, I
think of
can't.
nobody else. I couldn't think of nobody else. Like, I mean, if you want to say Hove,
Drake,
but you know,
Yeah.
the most consistent other than Drake.
Yeah,
yeah,
Drake.
Drake. I don't know. I wouldn't say Drake.
Only reason Drake don't count
You
because
just
over
not a
the last
fave.
10
He
years,
just not a fave of yours, man. That's it.
I just think
But that
I
dude,
think that
man.
I put it like this. And 10 years ago, Ross was the Rick Ross that he is still and now. He didn't become, you know what I'm saying? He like we said, we're talking about consistency. We ain't talking about,
Right.
and Rick Ross is not the highest selling artist or anything about it like that. We're just talking about consistently. Who's going to make
Mhm.
it to the playoffs? Who's going to make it to the All-Star team every year? All those 10 years since Every Damn Hustling, and before then, Rick Ross has been consistently making them playoffs. Now, for the last 5 years, Drake been just clowning, you know what I'm saying? Like doing Elvis numbers for the last 5, even maybe last
Mhm.
6.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought it to 10, and that's when he was getting his toes in. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we don't know, you know,
I
so
don't know, bro.
I don't know.
I kind of
That hot
think
streak yet.
ever since Drake hit the scene, bro, he's had hit after hit after hit after hit. Like
Yeah.
ever since he hit the scene.
I love this conversation,
Even
but
if we don't, even if you don't fuck with Drake, that right there, that might be like you can't take it from him, bro.
Nah, the reason why
Like
I
Drake
didn't
is,
pick Drake, not because I don't like him, because I'm gonna keep it
uh-huh.
real.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like, if we talking consistent, bro, I didn't fuck with Hotline Bling. Like, there's a lot of
but
that shit that
I didn't either. But I'm not saying like music that I just fuck with. I'm saying like, bro, every
right.
time I look up, it's a Drake song that's
No,
just hot.
don't get me
right. But is
wrong.
it hard though?
Do it sell?
I feel what
Nah,
you.
is it hard?
Nah, bro.
No, see, he really just don't fuck with Drake at all. I'm not the man, I
Yeah,
could go the rest of
that
my life.
left
I
foot
I can
like
go
some of
ride.
his shit,
no,
but
listen, I can go the rest of my life and be all right if with the Drake that we have now. Okay. But just to be 100, if we said the last 5 years, Nigga, can't nobody say nothing about Drake. If
Nah.
we asking me this question in the past 5 years, I say Drake. We say last 10 years, I think I would ponder it, and I might have said Drake if you started talking first. But then if he said Rick Ross, I had to rethink that, and I'm going to go Ross. And I can see every Drake fan saying, "Man, he did this, he did that, he did this, he did that." But I'm talking about if you say who's on right now, for 10 years. There was a point in time where Drake was getting in the conversation that Rick Ross was already
in. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So his consistency, by the time he got consistent, you know, Rick Ross was already Rick Ross, and then Rick Ross is still Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? He didn't fall off. He didn't Rick Ross himself. You know what I'm saying? So if Rick Ross was already Rick Ross when Drake is on, and Drake is the phenom that he is, Rick Ross still wins by default because Rick Ross started here first and never stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was consistent, but he didn't. Yeah. I mean,
I
don't know, bro. Drake outsells Rick Ross. You can look at their last albums. I think Drake outsold him.
But that ain't what we talking about.
Albums. And Drake was on everything.
There's no question who's the biggest star.
Like Drake.
Yeah, that ain't what we talking about though.
Drake is on everything.
We talking about consistently rapping and being good and putting out shit that's dope, that's undeniable. Some of that Drake shit, a lot of us don't listen to. Now his fans gonna listen to all of it and say it's all hard.
Yeah.
But a lot of it ain't even rap. Some of it's R&B. So I can't even say Drake. You know what I'm saying? But as far as being the biggest or the most selling, he got that all day. You know what I mean? Like he gonna do his numbers every time. He keep a hit. You know what I'm saying? But if we talking about just strictly skill rapping and being consistent, dropping shit, killing features, I had to say Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, if we start putting in like those things, i.e., like taste and quality of, then we having a whole different conversation because a lot of shit that Drake puts out is gonna go, but Drake can put out some shit and it's just gonna go because Drake is on it. Drake is powerful enough to make your career just by if you can give Drake do an intro on your song like yo, what's up? I'm Drake. Here comes so and so. That motherfucker might go platinum. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that means he can do what he wants, and sometimes he does just like that. Come on, man. That what's that cha-cha slide he just put out?
Tootsie slide. Yeah.
He don't even like that shit. Like so,
Drake put a lot of people, just like old boy from Memphis, you know.
Yeah,
he
Block
got
Boy.
on that. He got on that and blew up. I haven't heard from Block Boy since, but that's Drake.
He's still been putting out shit. He jumped on Versace. You know what I mean? He jumped on a lot of shit. He good at that. You know what I mean?
Who can do that?
No, Drake is gonna go to
artists can do. What other artists can do that, bro? And we ain't
Hov used to do it.
Who?
Hov used to do it.
That's what I'm saying. I just said that. We ain't talking about Jay.
Well, Nicki Minaj, she do it all the time too.
She's done.
That's
she do it all the time.
I forgot about her.
She just jumped on Sada Baby shit. She jumped on Herbo and them shit back in the day. She jumped on a Ray Sherman track. She be doing the same shit Drake be doing. It's just
that's Young Money.
You know what I mean? She got a different type of fan base than Drake.
Yeah, she do.
His shit spread wide. You know what I mean? Like his shit just different, bro.
It's that fan base, man. That fan base.
And you know what? Drake does something. Drake is good at not making mistakes. Even when he's like in a battle that he's losing, he knows how to not lose enough to make him out the question, or he knows how to not fuck his bag up regardless. You know what I'm saying? His public persona. The people who love Drake are gonna always love him. Nothing's ever happened to Drake to make a Drake fan change their mind. The way that we feel about Drake, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
It's Drake, man. Like you gonna be like, man, you bothering Drake. That's what kind of response you gonna, man. You bothering.
But there's an art to that though. There's an art to that though.
He's a nice guy.
Nicki Minaj doesn't have such art for him. You know what I'm saying? Nicki Minaj is taking career back steps. You know what I'm saying? Instead of front leaps forward.
Yeah,
you
all
know
the time.
because of her own this terrible decision making.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
do a
it
lot
is,
of dumb
man.
shit.
I think she let
And
her.
I was a big Nicki fan, bro. Like, I still fuck with her, but a lot. And I think she can wrap circles around a lot of motherfuckers, dudes
She
too.
can.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Mhm.
like Alan said, she make dumbass decisions a lot of times. And even me, as much as I like her, it turned me off a little bit. Like, why was you
I
hating
think
on
she.
Cardi? Why was you hating on Cardi so much? Or why'd you do
I
this?
think.
And
I
why'd you
think
do
she
that?
kind of. I think she kind of feed into the public eye too much. Like she feeds into it instead of
Yeah.
just, let me just do me.
If she calls it fitness, she ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Mhm.
Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else will be.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna get on Kanye. He's still running for president. We're supposed to vote
Kanye,
for
man.
president.
To me, like in
Is
the
he on the ballot?
beginning, Kanye was a genius of his
Nah, he
time,
ain't
bro.
on the
Like
ballot.
in the beginning.
When he was sticking to producing. I've never been a fan of Kanye
Rapping
West.
too.
Never was my thing. Always kind of made
He
me kind of cringed. You know what I'm saying? Even the college dropout, people always come at me all the time. Like I love Kanye West the producer. Love him. Like,
I was
and
just
hard.
about to say, what about College Dropout?
It's like everything he's done. Like he said he was a genius. He put out great music that the production was crazy
timeless,
on.
great music.
He never said a line in one rap song, period, that the next line that he said I didn't know what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that. And don't get me wrong, Kanye West is gonna get all the accolades he deserves. The best project he put out, and again, it wasn't him. It was that 808s and Heartbreaks because of the way that it sounded. But then again, it was so sonically right that he could have did the ABCs over it, which would have been fine with me because every time he opens his mouth, it's annoying. I'm telling you, like it might be my personal thing. I don't want to hear that
You
college
just don't
dropout
like.
shit.
You
I
just don't
never
like
liked
Kanye
that.
at all. Yeah, you just don't like Kanye.
Just the music from him. It never.
I know what he's
Just not
saying,
my.
though.
Yeah,
Give me.
yeah.
I know what he's saying. He's saying, he basically saying kind of how I feel, but I never thought about it that way. I like College Dropout. I like Graduation. I think whichever one had flashing lights on it. And The Life of Pablo. I like 3 or 4 if we not counting Watch the Throne, right?
Life of Pablo wasn't good. That wasn't the best project.
Something like this.
Yeah, but people, what Alan's saying though,
Mm-hmm.
I like them because they all sound good all the way through. It really don't matter what he's saying on there. The shit sound good as fuck. Like the music sound good. You know what I'm saying?
My dark
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
man, dude was a genius coming up, man, and you gotta understand where music was at that time. Like all we had was street. All we had was gangster rap. He came with a whole new different style, a whole new different approach to hip hop, a whole new different approach to the game, and he changed it up. He opened the door for a lot of these rappers. He opened the door for Drake. Wouldn't be no Drake without Kanye.
A bunch of other corners I can't stand. I agree. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand it. It just irks me. It's like, I don't like to be a hip hop bully, but it's like one time I heard what's the dude's name? He kind of trolls to me sometimes. What's the dude's name on the Breakfast Club? Everybody, I miss drawing a blank. Charlemagne.
Charlemagne. Yeah.
Charlemagne, when he said like Drake looks like he needs to go do push-ups. Like I feel like that's what kind of music that is.
Yeah.
And just so I'm not trying to come off and sound like some tough person or like this. I put it like this. People put, and I'm talking about as a rapper, will put Kanye West in a conversation with Jay-Z, which is fucking baffling to me. Push mute behind those tracks. And let's listen to Jay-Z's poetry versus with Drake. It's like Jay-Z's got some type of Picasso shit and Kanye West got these haikus. And we're like, oh my God, these wonderful. It's like 7 words. He's not doing
I wouldn't do
anything
that, bro.
on the song. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's not that good of a rapper.
I wouldn't
He's
put
not.
Jay-Z and Kanye in a like a versus type shit. But I will say, go listen to Watch the Throne and see if Kanye didn't get off on that.
I've heard Watch the Throne. There's nothing Jay-Z's ever said that I haven't heard. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying Kanye snapped on the album.
I think even Jay-Z drunk the Kanye West tea for a while. Had to snap out of it. You know what I'm saying? I was under impressed by all the shit, all of Kanye West parts. He says everything he says with so much conviction. He believes it. He reminds me of the guy at the rap battle who said something that, it's himself, and then the whole crowd agrees. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is to me. Like,
so I know what you're saying,
what is
bro.
He talking about? What is he saying?
I know what he's saying. Kanye,
it's just like one of those dudes.
It's like he don't really be saying shit, but the way he say it, it almost convince you it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's one of the lines off Watch the Throne that he said that had me like, what the fuck? He said like, what did he say? Let's get married in the mall or some shit. Like, it's a whole bunch of them lines on there though. But that album is cold as fuck because of the production and Hov. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I tolerate Kanye because the beats is so dope.
Yeah, his production comes from a whole nother galaxy. If you don't like Kanye West's production, I don't know whose ears you got. And I don't know whose ears a lot of people got. And like I said, maybe it's just me. That motherfucker gets on shit and says shit. Why the chicken crossed the road? Because I had to holler at Hov. Like, nigga, that's not.
Shut the fuck up.
It's not that horrible, bro. That
not that. Man, he's not a bar. He's not a bar. He gets credit for it. Like his pen game. Like, he gets his pen game credit. Top 5 rapper. Kanye West be all in people's top 5 lyricists. Nigga, please. Man.
Yeah, nah.
I gotta be honest.
He don't even write most of that shit himself. So,
yeah. Which is another thing that producers do well. Come up with great songs. He can come up with great bridges.
If we talking about in the beginning, Kanye was writing in the beginning.
Yeah, probably in the beginning, but not even all in the beginning. Consequence was writing some of that shit.
Helping.
Kanye is like Puff, bro, and Dre. Like, he don't really write raps like that. Like, he might have an idea, or he might tell somebody what to say or what to put in there.
This is the thing about Ye, man. Back in the beginning, right? You if you looking for bars, I get you. But Kanye make good songs. The whole song is good. The message is good. It's not just bar for bar.
Yeah,
that's where Kanye killed the game. His songs, production, everything that added, everything you take to make a song, he had it.
Yeah.
Again, he's a great. That's what producers do. Puff Daddy puts together some of the best music I've ever heard. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But nobody's gonna say that Puff Daddy's one of the best rappers, and people put Kanye West in that conversation all the time. It's more common for that conversation than cannot be. You know,
that's like saying Dr. Dre is one of the best rappers, and you like, nigga, no, he's not.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that Kanye West doesn't write way more of his own shit than those other people, but I'm saying his strong suit is the same strong suit as those other guys are. You know what I'm saying? He's a better, strong constructor.
He's a better producer / rapper. Like, he's one of the best producers.
That slash giving him. He doesn't deserve the slash. No, he deserves the slash. He deserves the slash. Once you do it, you slashable. But he should not be the. What did you call him?
Producer rapper.
Okay, man, you said it right. I believe in his heart. He believes he's a rapper / producer. And I think everybody thinks it's even Steven for the most part. Until you really dig in the conversation on Blindside. Oh yeah, Kanye West. He's a lyricist. His songs got bought. No, he's overrated. He's not the only one. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at least he has a little bit more wherewithal what he does. I think people do the same thing too. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. And they this is how I know that there's some deficits in the state of hip hop, and probably another reason why I shouldn't be on this show all the time when it comes to certain topics, because I'm always gonna look at it from a perspective of, nah, that ain't really all that for real. When you think it's better than what it is. Like J. Cole, I'm sorry, dog. Like his music, his messages, he brings the people together. It's a breath of fresh air. I'm glad that hip hop has a lane that's wide open so that J. Cole can be mentioned in that conversation. That you don't got to be a Crip or a Blood or this or that to be considered king. That's dope as fuck.
Kanye,
you know what I'm
it
saying?
wouldn't be J. Cole without Kanye.
That's dope too. That's all those things are dope. Like I said, there's a lot of things when Kanye West is done, he's going to be a special place that he's going to absolutely deserve, and it should not be next to Biggie and them when people like to sit on that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
And I think if hip hop was in a stronger state, talent wise, Kendrick would be where he's at. I believe. I don't know if J. Cole would be in this conversation like as strongly as he is.
I don't think so.
Let me tap in real quick.
I'm with you on that, and a lot of people they give me backlash because I say, man, that Forest Hills album was the best project, and
it was.
I haven't heard nothing else better than that.
It was. That was his best. Now I ain't gonna lie.
That kind of sound like one long ass song. That was. I agree. I didn't like nothing before that or after that for real. Like
Forest Hill Drive is his best shit. But
that shit was dope.
I got a homeboy who is a avid hip hop head. He listened to a little bit of everything, and for whatever reason, this nigga fucking hates J. Cole. Like everybody in the barbershop like, yeah, J. Cole hard. He be the only nigga like, man, J. Cole is fucking whack. You know what I'm saying?
Well, to me,
he feel like boring. Allen feel.
He got boring. Like, I ain't gonna bullshit you, bro. To me, it just became boring, bro. Like, where's this first J. Cole at? Where he go?
Yeah, you know, like that Dollar in a Dream J. Cole was the shit. You know what I'm saying?
And to me, it's not really a knock on J. Cole. It reminds me of like that year Dallas won the NBA championship. You know what I'm saying? Like the Mavericks won. They deserved to win. But they won. There's no way put that team against this type of competition that's in the league right now. They're still a good team. They're still watchable, but them niggas gonna get washed when it comes to the end.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So
J. Cole and Kendrick. Yeah, J. Cole and Kendrick came
made
in.
Me think about something.
When they came in, there was a lot of bullshit rap going on. So
it still is.
Even though Kendrick is fucking dope as fuck, it don't matter when he came out. But J. Cole came in at the right time to where it wasn't no super rappers rapping, and it was a lot of bullshit going on. So him compared to the bullshit, it's like he's a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
He's a genius. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of,
bro.
It happens all the time.
Made
you know
me
what?
think of something.
That's why you like Dave East.
He's a rapper too.
Remember, Jay, when you was looking for, you needed you some East Coast and Dave East. I'm not saying you don't like Dave East now. I'm not saying that, but I think if the East Coast was on top like the East Coast was in one time, I don't know if this Dave East would be as awe-inspiring either. It's just a breath of quintessential East Coast fresh air. You know what I'm saying? Some good boom bap with he's
the best right now. And that's what that's what it made me think about when y'all said that. I'm like, man,
satisfying.
What if they stay in the background and they just watching the rap game, watching hip hop, and then like, okay, here's a good time for me to drop this album. It's a lot of bullshit out here. Bam, let me drop this single and see if it catch, and then bam, here go the album. I'm better than everybody right now. I'm making better music than everybody right now.
But see, and I think that's why a lot of us like Griselda and TDE so much because them niggas could have came out in the 90s in the golden era and been good. You know what I'm saying? They would have fit right in.
Held
You
they
know what I mean?
own.
Griselda for sure.
Yeah, I
They
think
would have.
TDE too. That's why I want to
Yeah,
talk
they held.
about Reason's album was good. I listened to Reason's album last week, and to be honest, I didn't never plan on listening to him or giving a fuck about him because I don't know, bro. It's like everybody that they signed after them first four, it's kind of like I don't know. It's like he even did an interview today saying he is hard over there because he kind of in the shadows of giants, and that's kind of how I feel when they sign somebody, except for SZA. I wouldn't have gave her a chance either, but when I listened to her album, the shit was dope. Same thing happened with Reason. I let his album play. I think Friday. That motherfucker hard. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna be checking for him.
I
But
knew
before that,
SZA
I
was gonna
wasn't.
blow. I heard SZA. I heard her on the feature. I knew she was gonna blow from there. And then like getting back to this New York shit. This is where it is. It's kind of like, okay, you remember when everything coming out of New York before Bobby Smurder. You remember everything coming out of New York sound like down south shit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
Weird. It was
then
weird to me, man.
then what happened? Then what happened? Dave V popped out. And it's like, oh, Joey Badass. And then it's like, oh shit, like this New
Troy
York.
Ave. Yeah, it was a
Troy
few of them.
Ave.
ASAP Rocky was
Even
down
ASAP,
like
you
that.
know, they was sounding like down south cats, you know?
Yeah.
It wasn't New York.
Yeah, ASAP kind of jumped back East Coast quintessential. Tried to, you know what I'm saying? But he was riding that. He was doing some real Travis Scotty shit there for a minute. It was working though. He was doing it right though. You know what I'm saying? If somebody was doing it, you know what I'm saying, and pulling off, because there's an art to that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know that trippy thing that they're going for. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them don't. A lot of people just not making good music, but there's a good version of the whack shit that people are putting out. You know what I'm saying? And while a lot of people were trying to sound or were sounding like the Southern bullshit, when ASAP was dipping his toe into that Southern mist, if you would, he was pulling it off. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie though. I was big on ASAP when I first heard that first song. But to me, I don't think I've ever heard a song as good as that.
You talking about
what was it? Pesos?
We talking ASAP or we talking about Rocky?
ASAP Rocky. The very first song I heard from him was Pesos, I think.
You way back, what?
Yeah. And I ain't heard nothing else as good as that since then. You know what I'm saying?
He was like he almost like completely jumped lanes. For a while there. And I think he kind of tried to jump back that way. So, you know what I'm saying?
I feel the same way about Kid Cudi. Like he get a lot of praise for a lot of shit. And he does have a certain little thing about him. But that first song that I heard from him, which I think was Day and Night, you know what I'm saying? That shit was fucking hard. And
it was something about it too. You had to listen to it the second time to make sure you liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is that shit? Don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
just grew on you. Like, damn.
Yeah.
It was something unique to itself. It was completely that. You know what I'm saying? And well, I'll kind of feel you on that because nothing to me else has been like when I think Kid Cudi, that's the only song that really stands out to me. You know what I'm saying?
You know what else stand out to me that I think he did a good job on? The song he got on Blueprint 3. I like that chorus a lot.
Oh, okay.
I'm already home.
Yeah.
That shit go hard.
One of the songs on there. He does a good job of keeping himself. We talked about Kendrick and them only coming around during main events. Kid Cudi is almost like a Where's Waldo character. Like he's really, really like he's branded himself mysterious. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think he's got a bad deal. Maybe that's the case too. But I think that he kind of, you know what I'm saying, keeps himself reserved.
Yeah, he be doing like a little acting and shit too. What movie was he in? He was in one of them. Was it Need for Speed? He was in one of them car racer movies. You know what I'm saying? And he's actually a
Hmm.
good actor too. You know what I mean? So I
But you
think
know,
he
man,
was
like
trying to fuck with that.
a lot of them cats that switched their style up in New York and went to that rah rah, or either they went to sounding like they was in the South, like they forgot about.
It's bag
Like
chasing.
they
Yeah, a lot of them. Yeah,
a lot of them, man, it's kind of like because they was just going with they was just riding the wave.
but it happened. It just happened again though. Like that's what they was on at first, right?
Hmm.
Then Bobby Schmurder came out, and now
Hmm.
it's drill. Like after Bobby Schmurder came out, it went away for a while. But then when
Yeah.
Pop Smoke and 5 Foreign and all them within the last year and a half, 2 years, now it's Brooklyn drill. You know what I'm saying? They shit is
Yeah,
like Chicago mixed with the UK, but it sound
Hmm.
good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it sounds good, but
yeah.
Chicago, one of them places you don't know what you're getting. Like you don't know, like man, it's got Chicago got so much depth and so many sounds. It's kind of like
Yeah,
they, it's so much there. It's a lot.
yeah. It's
I think
almost
they.
like the Bay used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bay used to be like that too. Like
Mhm.
you might have what's them dude's name? Alan Far Side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And then you got
yeah.
E40, and then you got Mac Dre, then you got Messy Marv, then you got Conscious Daughter, then you got Digital
Hmm.
Underground. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
It
a
was
Hmm.
a
lot
lot of shit.
going on, man.
Yep,
That's
and
you know
that's how the shy
beautiful
is.
time.
Ain't no telling what you might get. You go to the shop, man. Everything is there.
You
Every
know
type of
what?
music.
In a big, I'm big on giving credit where credit's due, man. That was a good observation, numbers, man. That UK grime is really leaking into a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And a lot of
Oh, I
people
tapped into some
don't
of it.
realize. A lot of people don't know where that's coming from. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
like
it's
it.
usually
I like
so. Yeah, it's a lot of. And I remember. It's funny because it's starting to become kind of heavy, and I've
it.
only
Hmm.
been up on it that grime genre over there for really only the past like maybe 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So when I started hearing it now, I'm like, that sounds like that UK shit. You know what I'm saying? And then
Hmm.
I just
Hmm.
it's good. Like we were talking about, and when P was on here last week, we were talking about how hip hop is educational too. I
Hmm.
wonder how many of the younger generation realize where that's coming from. You know what I'm saying? That's like it's like the European invasion of hip hop almost.
Yeah.
You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
I think
It'd be nice to see some artists get some shine over here.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think a lot of them even realize it. But people like
I think
us and people who do hip hop podcasts or shows or morning shows, we can hear it because we pay attention to a little bit of everything. Because I didn't even know, like when I was hearing it at first, they was calling it drill, and I'm like, I could see why they calling it drill, but it's a little bit different. And then I was watching Hot 97 one day, and Rosenberg was talking about it's like mixed with drill and UK grind. And then I started
yeah.
listening to it, and then I listened to a couple songs from over there. I'm like, that is what it is. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Certain
Hmm.
sounds that they use in the beat is coming from over there.
Hmm.
And even the cadence is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's almost hard to catch. That's why a lot of these guys aren't catching it. But and there's a degree of difficulty to some of it. That's why a lot of these guys I listen to it a little differently. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these dudes are way doper than we're giving them credit for because you know what I'm saying. It's really a different cadence than just your typical, you know what I'm saying, in the pocket rap shit that we used to.
Right.
Hmm.
Timing is strange.
Hmm. UK gonna catch on, and it's to music lovers, it's gonna catch on because they go
So
hard.
I think
it
so
always
too.
happens. It always happens. You see, you know what I'm saying? Like the Beatles and them, you know, a lot whatever there's a
And,
made whatever the the main sound is, there's always an invasion from the
Mm-hmm.
good folks over there. You know what I'm saying?
All
'Cause
it
they
take
got
is a
great
few
taste.
features. All it take is
Yeah,
a few features, bro. Cause I mean, just look at all these Latinos they putting on as
that's what
features,
I was just about to
bro.
say.
Yeah, bro, they
You
speaking
remember
Spanish. We
when?
can't
You
even
remember?
understand that shit.
You remember reggaeton came out
Mm-hmm.
for the first time some years ago when Nori was trying to do it, and it didn't
Mm-hmm.
cross over. You know what I mean? Just a few years later, you know what I'm saying? It's in full fucking swing.
Mm-hmm.
It's timing.
Yeah,
Timing got to be right. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, like,
that UK shit gonna catch on maybe in the next few years.
Yeah, I agree.
you can say what you want to. Like we talk about and one love to Rick Ross. I still give Rick Ross the consistency, but you know what I'm saying. As far as like one of those, and like we know, but I think a lot of the urban core might not realize, man. Like in Miami, we think Rick Ross. Till you get to Miami, then you realize, man, that's Pitbull owns Florida. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Everything driving down the streets, Pitbull, 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 billboards everywhere and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that
yeah,
nigga is Miami. Is that pretty much? I don't know. I think they still call that reggaeton what they do. If
yeah.
they not, that's what it is.
He
You know
didn't
what I'm
come in
saying?
like that though.
Now he came in with Lil Jon and them. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Some
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
crazy shit. I remember.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He came in thugging. You know what I'm saying? And got his bag and said, "Hey, fuck that shit.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
gone."
yeah.
Yep.
Let me put this
He
suit
got the
on.
hip.
You
He
know
got
what I'm
that. He
That
got
nigga done
the
had
hip
on a
hop
suit ever
bag
since, Allen.
ever
saying?
since.
Yep. Clean as
I
a
ain't seen that
motherfucker.
nigga, bro.
Very well tailored too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. He be
Mm-hmm.
dipped. He be dipped in
Man,
butter.
hell yeah. Interesting person. But
I
yeah,
got
man.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say it's not a surprise how, especially like the European influence coming in, because not only have they always been like that, you know what I'm saying, invading the American scene in a good way, but they've got really good taste in music, man. Like I've been blessed to play some sets with some actual UK DJs. They such hip hop heads. You know what I'm saying? Like across the board, like most of them will hip hop us in the ground because there's a different kind of fan. You know what I'm saying? Imagine loving what we love and it's from a a more far away place. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
just
So
like it's like us times 10. Like we from the
yeah,
Midwest, so we ain't got nothing like that. No industry here, so we listen to everything. But like you said, it's like 10 times amplified with them.
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Way to put it. That's a much better
Mm-hmm.
way to put it.
I think
Than
I think the UK is
Mm.
just on some they just came across it and it sound good, so they gonna check it out from there. Versus, it going mainstream first and
Hey,
then
and like Alan said, bro, they listen to everything. Like
mm-hmm.
y'all know how much I've been on that Sacramento Briss Mac J shit, and I be reading the comments sometimes, and it be like, yeah, I'm tapping in from the UK or I'm tapping in from Budapest, and I'm like, they listening to this shit? They ain't even on yet. They underground
Yeah,
still. You feel me?
yeah.
yeah. You know
They
why?
be on it.
And it's because it's a double thing. It's kind of like we almost would say because they don't care about celebrity. And it is that way because it's all celebrity. You know what I mean? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
all there's an American stamp on it. And people can say what they want to,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't mean to try to be you know what I'm saying, all Americanized and all that shit and make it seem like we're the, cream of the crop. But as far as especially with hip hop music, and rock and roll still does this too a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But especially
Mm-hmm.
with hip hop music, it's something like they're almost like superheroes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
we're from somewhere else. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
it's like I put it like this: a lot of guys. I got comments from somebody in Budapest right now on the video that just dropped today. You know what I'm saying? And I
I
Yeah.
don't,
seen that. That's probably why
you know what I'm saying?
Budapest was in my head. Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like we all got a chance out there. You know what I mean? If you
Mm-hmm.
got something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Cause you can
because
blow
it's
up. You
because
can blow up in the UK. You can be underground here
yeah,
and blow up in the UK.
Right, it's places like that and shit. It's the reason why a lot of guys are still doing just fine. You walk into, a lot of these celebrities are, not even celebrities, like some of these what might consider C-list rappers. How are
Yeah.
they eating so good? Or, you know what I'm saying? They can still pull off their persona, like, and a lot of these dudes are pulling it off like they still out here in the streets moving shit, and they not. It's a European bag that nobody see coming. You know what I'm saying? So they can act like it's coming from anywhere. You know what I mean? It's a lot of smoke and mirrors with this shit, but it's still, if it wasn't for Europe and places alike, a lot of us wouldn't have the longevity that we got. You know what I mean? Because we can tour forever. Because there'll always be some ears for us, man. Bone Thugs and Harmony go over there and sell out arenas, and come to Kansas City and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
You know who? Do you know who Fabo is
yeah, he big over
from
in the UK too.
D4L?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nah. He was on a podcast the other day, and he said he been in Japan for like the last 5 or 6 years or some shit, making hella bread. You know what I'm saying?
I'm down it for a second. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
I want to say I seen that.
He was on the 85 South podcast.
Okay. Yeah.
You know.
I'll go to Japan.
But China, they got a real strong hip hop scene, man. They got a whole culture.
Yeah, they get some shit. Get some. They savvy as a motherfucker over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They kind of got some shit. They kind of ahead of us. We try to keep up with them a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Said that. He said that he said the shows that he was doing over there, he ain't never did no shows like that. Like he said the shows over here might be like 12 to 15 minute sets. He said you go over there, your set gonna be 45 minutes to an hour. They got big ass jumbotrons on stage with you, just all kind of other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they just they're very fashion forward culture. You know what I'm saying? And hip hop is a fashion forward thing. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Even like they got culture and style that from they cartoons to whatever that music is that all the kids listen to, that is just eye candy. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of hip hop you know what I'm saying? They kind of got that by design.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I
it's easy
mean,
to
shit. They make
a
it.
lot of
They
people.
make all the shit. So
Yeah,
they
they
got
way
the
more
first hand.
technology.
They first
Technology.
I'm just talking about
They
even like this,
technology's on another level.
even fashionability, street credibility. How many niggas got Chinese letters tattooed on them? They ain't got a Chinese relative.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just something about them. They're a smooth culture.
You know when I knew that shit was serious during the Wu-Tang era. Man, Wu-Tang is like gods over there. You know what I'm saying? And it's been like that since the 90s.
I can
Yeah,
that's a different level.
And don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, I loved Bruce Lee just the same. You know what I'm saying? Especially Bruce Lee Roy and them. But that comic book kung fu shit, the Wu-Tang on, is some nerdy shit. You know what I'm saying? To be that fucking accepted in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Them niggas was walking around talking about ninja stars and samurai swords. If I come around, let me go on 55th Street talking like that. You know what I'm saying? Come on,
hey, you know what's crazy though, Alan? I ain't gonna lie. I used to be I didn't think it was weird. I just thought it was different. And it was another element for you to buy into. But what I realized lately, within maybe the last 2 or 3 years, I think they tapped into that shit, especially that comic book shit, because how fucking dope that Marvel shit is. If you really think about that shit, bro, that's a whole fucking world of unlimited creativity. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit'll go on forever. You know what I mean? Like
the concept is legendary. It's one of those things that we don't appreciate enough because we got it. I agree. You know what I'm saying? I feel that way about a lot of things. I feel that way though about Peter Pan. Like what fucking kind of weed or peyote was bro smoking when he said, imagine motherfucker flying after his shadow to a place. Like, what the fuck? Who thinks of that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Something that
yeah.
precious and timeless. You know what I'm saying? And Marvel is that to a whole nother. You know what I'm saying? It's in a. How do you even describe what that shit is? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even that big of a fan of it. I ain't gonna sit here and say that I haven't seen them Avenger movies like that or anything, but I get it. You know, I ain't gotta see it to get it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not like a huge fan, but like I said, a couple years ago, I really started thinking about that shit, and I went down a rabbit hole on just how many fucking characters even are in the Marvel universe. Bro, there's so many of them motherfuckers, and they can make a movie for every one of them. Then they can make a movie with groups of them. Then they can make a movie with just two of them. Then they can make a cartoon with, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's an unlimited fucking stream of income that'll never fucking die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, ain't never going nowhere. They still making it's. They still coming out
Comic books
with
ain't even popping no more, and they still fucking killing shit. Like, but that's what tripped me out. I'm like, this shit started as comic book, and now look where it's at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know a couple of young cats, man. They come up with their own comic books, man. They into it so far. Drew the
That's
comic,
dope.
drew them out and drew their heroes out. They got it's deep, bro. I don't know what it is. It's artistic or
It's
something. I don't
almost
know.
like Disney or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is the
It is.
same, really, as Disney. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a little bit more gangster.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
ain't as kiddie. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's just as important now. You know what I'm saying? It's just as much of a thing. Like, as long as there's still gonna be theme parks and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Marvel should have their own. I'd go.
That's what I was
hmm
thinking. That's what I was
But
just thinking. Like,
as far as them coming up with a character and putting, an actual life behind that character they made up, bro, that shit is genius, bro. And that's
hell
the same
yeah, bro.
thing. That's the same thing with rappers, though, bro. They like some of them, they put a whole character behind this rap name.
But that's why the Wu-Tang shit was so interesting to me back then. Like,
hmm
Yeah.
they
And you
had
know,
multiple names, and then they did have like comic books characters as one of their alter ego. You know what I'm saying? Iron
hip hop
Man. And,
hip hop tried to do that at first. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop was trying to do a thing where it was understood. Like, I've even heard recently enough is rappers like Bun B say things such like, when I created the persona, the character Bun B, I wanted to depict this person that was this, that. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people who
hmm
would say shit like that if you look at it way back then. But you know, NWA came in and they accidentally looked way too much the role. It looked so real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Easy E wasn't really in the streets, but you know, Dr. Dre wasn't like that. Dr. Dre even made himself like 17 times tougher in that NWA and the Straight Outta Compton movie. That's my only knock on that movie. I think that was I actually think that people kind of knocked it a little bit. I think it was great besides that.
no,
Uh,
it was great to me.
but then you know what I'm saying? But those guys weren't really gang members. But it looked
Yeah.
so much when we start signing real gang members. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody had to really be whatever they were saying. You know what I'm saying?
But
Hey,
you,
and
So
you
but
that
know
you,
what?
but you know what? They
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 tricked everybody too,
they
because
was it was so dope. That's what made it dope
bro,
because they made everybody believe in what they were selling. I mean,
yeah,
even if Easy was in the street and he did his shit, everybody everybody gravitated to that style during that
he
yeah.
time.
was. But you know what's crazy about it? Now that we older and we looking back on it, bro, I thought, because we was young as fuck then,
Yeah.
I thought them hats, them Kings hats and them Raiders hats, I thought that was some gang shit. It ain't even no gang that wear black.
hmm
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we look at shit, we make up our own stories. You know what I'm saying? People do that shit to this
hmm
day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Shit, I
yeah.
thought that was the hardest group that ever came out back then. I was like, shit, ain't nobody. Hey, NWA.
Will kill
I,
your ass.
yeah, straight up.
Yeah, it worked. Like I said, they looked the role so much, you know what I'm saying? It was
hmm
a different time. That's not the only thing that did that. Like Old Dog played such a good Old Dog. The niggas really in the hood aspired to be a fictional person named Old Dog.
Yes.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
Scarface
Old
still
Dog,
before that. You know what I'm
the
saying?
yeah, you
nigga
know what I'm
still
saying? Like,
old dog.
yeah. Lorenz Tate himself was talking about how he was walking around. People was like, "No man, we got you. You good around here. You straight." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, nigga, I thank you, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me go ahead and
but
play. Let me go do this movie really quick.
that's just how entertainment plays on the mind. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
entertainment plays on the mind, and you buy into it, and you buy into the product that they have.
All them movies, bro. Fucking from Menace to Society to Juice.
Every
Boys in the
hood class.
Hood. Boys in the Hood, not so much because we kind of already knew who Ice Cube was at that time. But
Yeah,
Juice and Menace to Society for sure. Like Juice was so fucking gangster, it even turned Tupac ass
Yeah,
out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
yeah.
he fell into that character. You know what I'm saying? They said that happens to people.
Everybody say that. Everybody
Yeah,
say, man, he changed after that. And if
He
it
did,
is it
bro.
a myth or a
Al
legend?
Pacino, Al Pacino's talked about it in his interviews how that role of Scarface has stuck with him, and he's never been able to 100% shake that character off, bro.
Mm,
And it bleeds
Mm.
through everything. You know what I'm saying? It's something Tony Montana-ish about everything that he does. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
you're
he
right. I
acknowledged
never thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
it. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? People
Like
really
in
get lost in
I'm
that.
thinking about it in every gangster movie he's been in. I've seen that character kind of come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've heard several actors talk about how, it's kind of a dangerous art because you really can get completely lost in these different realities. And then you can
Yeah.
kind of forget where the fuck you actually stand. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That shit's
Yeah,
crazy.
I've seen a lot of actors talk about that shit too.
That
You
shit's
know what I'm saying? I
dope.
mean, look at Heath Ledger, bro. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's like the worst case of it, I think.
Man. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Juice
And
was a
he
good movie. It was a classic. Juice was a classic all the way to the end, where
Hell yeah, bro.
he dropped Tupac. He dropped him, bro, in front of everybody. And the nigga say, "You got the juice now."
yeah, man. If that
Juice
movie is
said,
playing, if that
"I
movie
don't
is
want
on,
it."
I can say
Right. I don't
it's
even want
going
it.
with it. You know what I'm
That was
saying?
probably the
I
dopest
can do
movie.
that. I
That
can
and
do the movie.
New Jersey Drive. New Jersey Drive was a real ass movie. That shit was
New
hard.
Jersey Drive was one of those ones that go underappreciated. That one,
Hell yeah.
what was the one we were just talking about? We was just talking about. You accidentally sent me a clip that pissed us both off for the rest of the day. It was actually a Showtime movie, but it was with Bokeem Wellbaum and our dude from
I
Onyx. What
I know what you
what was
Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
you talking about Strap.
Strap.
Strap? That was my shit. You know what? Another one.
That and Clockers. I was just watching Clockers the other day.
Clockers got a. It's almost like an occult classic. It gets a little bit of respect, but not as much as it should. I'll
Nah,
tell you what,
nah.
a lot of people's radar. People that sleep on it. I know y'all ain't, but Blue Hill Avenue is dope as fuck to me.
That's
Oh
You
hell
hard.
know,
yeah.
yeah, I
Hell
love
yeah.
that.
That's hard.
I'm going to go try to go watch that tonight. Probably I ain't watched. You know what I'm saying? One of the movies you ain't seen in a while, so to be good again
Yeah,
and shit.
you go
That's
put it
why I
back
was trying to
in.
watch. Bro, I started watching Clockers because I thought it was Strap. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like
yeah,
I
I can
seen
see that.
Fredo Star, and I'm like, oh, this the. I was telling my wife about it. I'm like, you ain't never seen this? She like, nah. I'm like, oh, we start watching it.
I
Like,
know.
man,
Like,
this ain't fucking Strap. This is Clocker.
yeah, I'm gonna see
Fragile
Strap. Strap
stuff.
was dope as shit. Bulky and
Yeah, that
Wilbon
shit was
really,
funny.
man.
New Jersey Drive is hella underappreciated. That shit was my
Hella
shit, bro.
man. That shit was so it was
Hella.
because shit, man, for real, I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. Like that when that movie came out, that was going on. That Grand Theft Auto shit, that was going on
Yeah.
around us when that came out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't, and
Yep.
that put me up on like I'm not gonna. Okay, I found out after the fact. My brother had happened to move here for a little bit, and he had been out that way. You know what I'm saying? And he was one to me like that shit's real. Like it's really like the culture out there. You know what I'm saying? That shit.
Oh,
I
it
was
was going on here.
Yeah, it was. It was. Just not as prevalent as out
Not
there.
as yeah,
Shit, it was
yeah.
going on in LA too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that soundtrack was fucking dope
That
too. Like
soundtrack was hard, bro.
Yeah. I'm still
I'm gonna go
somewhere,
back and listen to
probably
that
in the
soundtrack
house,
again.
that
that shit hard.
that CD case. I'm sure the music ain't in there still, but that CD case is around in my existence somewhere still.
You know, it was two of them, right?
Yep, dope. Yeah.
There's a volume 1 and 2. I
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it
think
like an orange color and a blue, one an orange one and a blue one or some shit? One of them the
yep,
colors on
yep,
it?
yep.
Yeah.
I think the first one was like the
Blue.
orangish reddish one.
I think the first one was
Mhm.
blue.
Oh yeah, you're
Some-
right, you're right, you're right.
Yeah, I back then, bro. Every
Damn boy,
yeah,
our memories is on fleek,
I had
bro.
the
We was
soundtrack.
young. We were some little bitty niggas. We shouldn't even remember that.
Man,
Man, that
straight
shit
up,
stuck with us, bro. That shit
Yeah,
was so
straight
classic,
up,
you know what I'm saying? Stuck with us.
straight
man.
up. I still bump Above the Rim soundtrack. That mug
You know,
just
I was just
bumping
about to
straight
say that
through.
they had some soundtrack. The soundtrack to the show.
Oh
Y'all
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
that
the
that?
was
show.
hard too.
Yeah, that
That
was hard.
Yeah,
motherfucker dope as the motherfucker too.
yeah, that was hard. Above the Rim, the
Uh,
show, New Jersey Drive. Menace to Society soundtrack was dope.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
MCA had a track that
Not
track on there.
my uncle,
yep.
a lot
Spice
of
One had one of the
West
dopest
Coast
Spice
shit
songs
on
One
on
there.
there.
had a
That's
dope
what I'm gonna
song on
say.
there. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
After that, I bought everything Spice One had. You know what I'm saying? Anything Spice One I
Yep.
could find. You know what I'm saying? And that's when
Trigger
I found
Got
out that
No
my
Heart.
Mexican
That shit
homeboy
was
always had some of
oh
the best taste in music.
hmm
I
Didn't
found
he
some of
have
the
a
hardest.
song on his album too?
it
On
might
that
have been
Spice
because
One album, that Spice One.
that was a big ass song for him. I think that was one of the singles on there, that and MC8 song.
Yeah, I think as far as Spice One career goes, that's gotta be the biggest one. Probably for MC8 too overall. Those were two of their, if
hmm
you want to call those commercial hits. You know what I'm saying? Definitely
Yeah,
MC8 had a commercial hit with Straight Up Minutes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta say that. You know what I'm saying? Spice
yeah,
One
hmm
albums and shit was still selling back then. So, you know, his platinum plaques, he's got a couple, and you know what I'm saying, he probably
yeah,
contributed to that, probably catapulted that too. You know what I'm saying?
for sure. For
Hell
sure. That
yeah.
was a big ass song.
The
hmm
Spice One, that's one of them
But
legends who don't get
these
mentioned enough.
it's crazy because these soundtracks, man, they had music from everywhere on them. You know, you got Cali on there, got New York on there. They had music from everywhere.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. Soundtracks was making motherfuckers have to work together. The Mr. All That, you know what I'm saying? Like that Above the Rim soundtrack. First time, you know what I'm saying?
hmm
Them East Coast niggas had to deal with one another a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
It was
hmm
another one that was dope. It was another one that was dope, but it was more R&B. Was it Soul Food or Waiting to Exhale?
So it was
Nah,
few.
nah,
It
nah,
was
nah,
few
nah,
of them.
nah. I'm
So
gonna tell
Soul
y'all what it
Food,
was.
Waiting to Exhale. Waiting to Exhale
Boomerang.
has a soundtrack that's Boomerang.
Boomerang. You right.
Yes, that one is
Waiting to Exhale.
bumping, bro.
Brown Sugar had a soundtrack on it.
Yep, that was
Brown
hard
Yep,
too.
Sugar had some
yep.
shit.
I remember it
Uh,
had you remember dude from Ohio that used to make beats that was fucking with High Tech. Who was he
yeah,
fucking?
you know what I'm talking about. Not I was about to say a boy who not not Lollipop. I know who you talking about. Who the fuck are you?
Mhm.
I'm about to go to my mom's house. I know for sure she got that soundtrack.
It was two.
hmm
It was two of them. It was a rapper and a dude. They came. High Tech was the producer, and the rapper. They came in together. But High Tech was on fire for a minute. He was making slaps. I
Yeah,
don't know what happened to him.
it was somebody in High Tech, and they were branded as together. It was
Hmm.
something in
I
High
don't
Tech.
Yeah,
I
remember
know
that.
exactly what you're talking about. Who was it? Who's the rapper? It's just I haven't smoked enough today, man. I wanna. This gonna fuck with me. Somebody
I'm
gotta
gonna
go. Yeah, I gotta
figure it
say
out.
Google it.
I'm about to look it up right now. Cause our
Yeah.
dude was hard. They put an album out together too.
I don't remember.
Right around the
Hold on, real
time.
quick.
Doing
Hmm.
I can still see it coming on like Rap City and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Some video that was East Coasty. I can see the buildings. It was kind of a black and white intro. I can see all that shit. But what was the rapper's
Talib
name?
Kweli.
No, that couldn't. That's gonna piss me off because I think you're right, but I don't want it to be Talib Kweli.
I think it was, bro. Now that I think about it, let me see. He is best known for his work with Talib Kweli. They put together. I think they put an album out together.
And I think they probably still fuck with each other to this day. I mean, on some. Yeah, we should have known that answer, dog.
Mm-hmm. High Technology came out May 8th, 2001. Yeah, the single. That's what I was the single I was thinking about. Round and Round. Remember that song?
Yeah, I think that's the video I'm talking about.
They had a girl on the hook, or it might even have been an R&B song. He was signed to Rockers.
Yeah, that makes sense. Rockers was the R&B answer to that neo soul movement, kinda.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
kinda have some get some eclectic brains over there. The Tyler Qualities. They had a couple of monsters over there. Pharaoh Monch was kind of hard.
Yeah, Pharoah Monch was cool. You remember damn, this taking me back. You remember Def Soul?
Yep.
When Def Jam had an R&B side?
Mm-hmm. That's I remember, you know, the sad part about it, what I remember most about Def Soul was the logo. Had a dope ass little logo.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there's still like a Def Soul faction that's just not popping, you know what I'm saying?
I doubt it.
Yeah, me too.
I doubt it. Remember Def Jam South? You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to
Everything they tried to do,
say, yeah,
it
they tried to do
it
that.
never worked out.
They gave it to Scarface, I believe, was supposed to be the face of it, or the
Mm-hmm.
not the face of it, the brand, like the president. He was gonna put it to gonna play the
And
executive.
he ended up signing Ludacris. You talking about this logo?
To Def Jam South.
Yep.
Yeah,
That
Def
was
Jam South. Their logo, I mean their motto was a new soul of R&B flavor. Oh, Kelly Price was on Def Soul. That's why I remember that.
Yeah, I just remember this. I remember this. The symbol for some reason always made me think of the Fat Farm thing. Probably whatever that thing is in the middle, or the baby fat symbol.
Yeah.
I used to fuck
Well,
with
signed to the wrong
Kelly Price.
label will hurt you for life. You
Hell
get
yeah,
see
boy.
Kelly Price. I'm like, man, she was signing them. She could sing, but shit, what happened?
See, I used to fuck with Kelly Price, bro.
Signed to the wrong label.
It was an era. That's really, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all know how I just said I don't really fuck with R&B, like, period. There was an era between like 2000 and maybe 2002 or 1 when I was listening to all that Kelly Price, Music Soul Child, Dave Hollister,
Yeah.
what's old boy's name? Donnell Jones.
Yeah, what's another one that was over there? Carl Thomas.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, I remember Carl Thomas had some hits.
Donnell Jones, bro, that was my shit.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to pull off a Stevie Wonder remake. You know what I'm saying? And actually nail it. And he did that. You know, Stevie Wonder's one of the people you should kind of just leave it alone. But him and Jodeci did it, but that was a whole different era. We can't talk about that era. Everything R&B was smack. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you're right. At a point in time where grown folk R&B was winning, and we're leaving out a couple of people, but those we've named some good ones. That David Hollister era, and you know, David Hollister wasn't even the hottest during that era, but he had a dope ass album. That just
he used to be part. What group did he used to be a part of?
Black Street.
Black.
Yeah.
I think it's his album. I think it's his album called Chicago '85, maybe. I think that's the one.
It was a couple of other, like, there was a more traditional R&B albums during that same era that wasn't necessarily as soulful, if you would, but like it was a group Player. I remember them. And then was another group that was it was some dope shit coming out. R&B had a chance. R&B didn't have to go for hip hop. They gave up. They tapped out. They sold out. R&B was dead. And they killed it. You know what I'm saying?
You
They
think it's
killed.
dead, bro?
Because we were still fucking with it, and that's the heart of the goal. That's the heart of the best era in rap music. People say, you know what I'm saying? Overall,
Yep.
and
Yep.
we still giving them that chance.
It
They could have
is.
just kept on.
It is.
You
Hands
know what
down.
I'm saying? Yeah, and we was
Yeah.
giving niggas passes because Genuine the Bachelor wasn't that good. You know what I'm saying? But he was in that kind of that era. He was just singing songs. You know what I'm saying? He was
Yeah.
letting Genuine the Bachelor sing. Niggas just should have kept singing.
This nigga Allen is retarded. The Bachelor wasn't that good.
Yeah.
We just let him sing.
For real, this is true. I mean, he had hits, you know what I'm saying? But so
Hella.
to keep sweat. Hella.
Yeah.
That he got some bedroom music he'll still put on, like So
Yeah,
Anxious
Keith
and
Sweat
them.
had it.
Keith
Yep.
Sweat's a whole other beast. Keith Sweat can never do no wrong, you know what I'm saying? He's looking
He
at
can't
R&B
even
right
sing
now.
at all, bro.
Yeah, man. He make you sing along. You can't even sing. You trying to sing along with it.
Yeah. That nigga's trying to sing bad. He trying to hit the Keith Sweat note.
Yeah.
Whining like a
Niggas don't know so you
motherfucker.
can sound like Keith Sweat, man. Hold on, I'm gonna Keith Sweat.
All
Man,
right,
that's
man.
that era
Y'all
though,
ready to get
man.
out of here?
That's that era, boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had a
man.
good one.
Hey, what's up? We coming back Wednesday or what?
We should, man. I should just be touching down in Nebraska, man, about that time. If I don't leave tomorrow, I'm gonna leave Wednesday at the top of the morning, so we can bring it to them either from on the road, you know what I'm saying, from the ambient studio. I'm about to be out here, y'all. We should do it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm excited to be on the road to bring
I'm
that
down.
energy on here.
Yeah,
Let us know
yeah.
if you
That's what's up.
let us know if you're gonna be able to jump on or not, so we'll know. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna do it. A matter of fact, you know what I'm saying. If we're talking about we're gonna go on Wednesday, are we talking about this same time?
Yep. Same time. Yep.
All right, I'll try to plan my trip accordingly. I might try to leave tomorrow night on the real. I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
You
You
know what I'm saying?
driving?
I'm getting I'm drive. I'm getting drove and dropped off, kind of sort of. You know what I'm saying? On some Hollywood shit, I'm getting
On
chauffeured
some
down there. You know what I'm
VIP shit.
saying?
You hear me?
They gotta film a episode of We Out Here. You know what I'm saying? Headed to Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do that. You know, everywhere I go, cameras on.
Hey,
You know,
so everywhere you go, you tap into the hood. Is that why you stop at the store?
you see,
The
consistent
corner
as a
stores?
motherfucker. Anywhere I go to the corner store and search for the hood snacks. Right now, we winning like the Midwest as far as like you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying. I didn't realize I shouldn't be giving away all my insider information because I'm gonna use this. You know, I'm a big vest fruit punch nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna pay me pretty soon.
Yeah.
I didn't realize from right up the street in St. Louis. I'm about to pull up on them, let them know they owe me a check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I go around them hood stores just to tap in with the actual energy of the city and to try to get the cheapest snacks. I'm telling you something. When you living like that, like I don't know how these tour niggas live who really got that big budget behind it, but when you out here just getting it like we are, most
Yeah.
of your meals that end up coming from a motherfucking something quick, and I'll be like, I'm tired of 7-Eleven. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I don't go to 7-Eleven when I'm at home. No hatred on 7-Eleven, but I go into my corner stores and they know me by name. Shit, I just the Planet Earth shameless plug they dropped today. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, it's on all your streaming platforms. Videos out right now on YouTube. Shot that on
Yes, sir.
classic store right there on 75th at home. I went in there and told them, you know what I'm saying? Because I shot another video just outside of there, like, you know what I'm saying, at the gas pumps, basically, or right in front of the store, rather. They're like, yeah, man, next time we need you to come on in here, get behind the register. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And everywhere I go, you would think that, like, nigga, you don't want to be seen with all them cameras and shit. Well, maybe not when we just posted up in the neighborhood. But when we going into the stores, man, the people love that. The owners of the stores love it. The people love it. You know what I'm saying? And we well
Yeah.
received.
Hell
You know
yeah,
what I'm
they love it. You promoting their business.
Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? And people are so artists. I'm just if there's any aspiring artists that's actually got product out, you know what I'm saying? If you're complaining that it ain't moving, I'll guarantee you it's not moving. It's you not moving. You get around and move your shit around and watch how the world responds. You know what I'm saying? The universe pays back activity. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? A lot of the love that I'm getting at home right now a lot of people
Talk
might
your
seem
shit.
like a finally, you know what I'm saying? Nah, nigga, I finally earned it. I got out and got mine, you know what I'm saying, the way I'm supposed to. Give them something to root for. You know what I'm saying?
You got
Motherfuckers
to,
want you to
bro.
root for them.
Hell yeah.
Hang out and do all that.
Oh, that's a message right there. Message. You
For
gotta
real,
give
bro.
people something to root for.
Yeah,
That's a
free
Yep.
game.
message
Give 'em
right there.
something to
That's
root
a good
for.
note to leave on too.
Hell yeah, man.
Straight up. Whatever you doing out there, whatever you hungry for, work hard
Push it.
for it. Get out there, move your product, whatever, and get the people something to root for. And it's gonna come back to you tenfold.
Yes,
Hip
sir.
Hop IQ, man. My
Yeah,
name Jay.
Number runner.
Halloween the Prodigy. And I'm staying shit.
We out, man. We see y'all next
I'm
time.
out.
Yep.